In this video, we meet up with some old friends before tackling more boat projects. But then we pull up anchor in its perfect conditions for setting sail as we head down to Cape Eleuthera. We get a marina for the first time in over a month, but this marina has a dangerous secret: bull sharks. All the music in this video is from the Stone Temple Pilots. So today we took a couple days off from filming. We went to the grocery store the other day. It's probably the best grocery store I've seen in the Bahamas since like Nassau or Marsh Harbor. Really nice. So we're gonna go in and grab lunch with our friends Katie and Craig, who are on the next boat next to us, Supernova, and then we will go to the grocery store, and then I think we're gonna do dinner here on the boat today, this evening. We'll see. We loaded up in our Highfield dinghy for the short trip ashore. The boys Merlin and Cougar were really starting to enjoy their dinghy rides. We parked at the dinghy dock at the Wild Orchid restaurant. The restaurant here is Wild Orchid. We've eaten there a few times now. Pretty good. One of the nicer restaurants in the Eleutheras for sure. But we're gonna go next door to a place called Louis' Delights that's only open, for breakfast and lunch. So we're gonna have lunch there. We had lunch there the other day too. It's pretty good. And then it's about a 10-12 minute walk to the grocery store from there. Like a hand in rusted chain. So do you laugh or does it cry? Hey. The only thing on Eleuthera I've noticed so far compared to like other islands, there's a lot more stray dogs. So, which is fine, but like it just makes things a little more difficult with these guys because they want to go play with them, and I don't want them to play with stray dogs because who knows what they got. We may have had to deal with the stray dogs, but the food was fantastic. This cheesesteak is really good, and the pasta salad's amazing. So, seriously, this cheesesteak is great. It was about a 15-minute walk down to the grocery store. In the States, we take our nice grocery stores for granted, but you get excited about them down here in the Bahamas. Finding one this well stocked with this much variety is pretty rare. It may be a really good grocery store, but it's expensive. It's like 160 bucks for that one bag. I think, we got some ground beef, like a pound of ground beef is 20 bucks, so it's expensive. All right, one of the nice things to have on your boat is just a little ice maker. I don't know, it's Frigidaire, but they got some cheaper ones. I mean, this was like 100 bucks or a little lower. You can get some cheaper ones, but it makes ice pretty quick. And so what I'll do is, like, I'm running the generator right now and do laundry and to charge the batteries a little bit because we haven't run the generator in a couple days. So I'll make some ice cubes. I just got my little freezer over here, so then I pour the ice in the little bag. And then put that in the freezer, and we got ice that'll last us, a day. Well, as long as we use it. So we're gonna have friends over tonight. We're gonna make tacos, and they're gonna make some margaritas. So we need some ice for the margaritas. So put an ice machine to work. All right, guys, good to have you. Hey! Don't knock my drinks over.
Boys, that is a well-made margarita.
Nibbles. A well-made margarita by Craig. You guys may remember Katie and Craig from such adventures as the Seychelles.
Oh, yes.
So cheers, guys. Thanks for the margaritas.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, you run into the strange people.
Cheers. Oh,
hey, boys.
Looking at she was a happy girl when she left me. What would you do?
It's always nice to have some good friends over with some good food. We even turned on our disco lights. I was just saying, I think this might be like the first real meal we've had on this table, 4 people.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Not a bad spot here to stop. Rock Sound got a great grocery store. All right, so I'm coming up here to the forward cabin storage area. I need to kind of clear some stuff out of here because I'm going to pull up anchor, and I keep having a problem with the anchor chain castling. So that means where the anchor goes in and is stored, where the chain is, like the chain ends up, it's not enough space in there, I guess, and so the chain piles up on itself, and then eventually it makes no room for a new chain to come down, so it's called castling. So I'm going to see if I can organize the chain a little bit where that doesn't happen. But the problem is that's way back in here, hard to get to, so I got to move all this crap out of the way. I need to, maybe that's what I'll do when we're in the marina, is organize all this stuff back here. It's just so much crap here. Okay, part of the issue is there's a bunch of road, so the rope there, down on the bottom, so there's like more than 200 feet of chain, probably 230, 240 feet of chain, and then there's, it looks like a lot of road. I'm never gonna use that road. Like, I'm never gonna anchor in, you know, more than 50 feet of water. So I may try to, I'm gonna pull the chain out and then see how much road is in there, and maybe just get rid of that road. Because it's more dangerous having the chain castle in an inopportune time than it is to have that extra road. So I'm gonna have Mackenzie just play out the chain rather than pull it inside.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not gonna get rid of all the road. I'm gonna get rid of like half of it. And then that should give us enough room where I don't have to have the chain castle anymore. The problem is now I gotta get down in there to tie it on to the bottom, because you don't want it to not be attached in case, you know, that whole thing lets go out there. You still want it to be attached to the boat, so now I gotta crawl on top of crap to get at it. Okay, so now I'm gonna, instead of putting this road like at the bottom where it was, I might kind of shove it up in the corner there out of the way as much as I can, and then the chain can just fall down to the bottom. Okay, now we'll go pull up some chain and see how it's looking. Got most of the chain up now. I'm gonna go down and kind of move it over to the side because we've got a lot of chain out right now. We probably had 120 feet when we first dropped anchor. And then we were dragging a little, so I put another 50 feet out. So we got like 150 plus, at least 170, 180 feet of chain out. So I'm gonna move the chain. So we will very rarely put any more chain out than that. So I will kind of move it over to the side for now, and then we'll get moving. We pulled up anchor and motored out of the bay. It was pretty great conditions for a downwind sail, enough wind to fly just the gentle one. You can't ask for much better than sailing downwind and flat seas in this gorgeous water.
Blew a kiss and tried to take it home.
Our sails are 6 years old from Precision Sails, and they're holding up nicely. There's a link in the description.
2 times and it has rendered me unstrung and without bail.
In conditions like these and on shorter trips, it's easier just to tow our Highfield dinghy.
Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time.
We're
originally had the sail out on the starboard side. We were on a port tack, but now we're on a starboard tack. We jibed a minute ago. We're gonna have to jibe again here in about 45 minutes. I'll film that. I'll put the 360 camera and film it, but it's pretty simple. Just haul in on the starboard sheet, ease out on this one. All right, we're almost there. We're gonna start the motors here in about 2 minutes or less, and then we will.
You want to go to 17? 17.
We'll furl in the sails, and our Marina is right there. I was looking at it today. It's been almost exactly a month since the last time I was in a Marina, which is nice because Marinas are a couple $100 a night, and so that's saving $5,000 or $6,000 a month by just being on the hook. We furled the Genoa right before turning into the Marina. Because it's a full keel, the rudder's not very effective when reversing or at slow speeds. I found it's easier to use the bow thruster to steer the boat back and into a slip. Hey guys, you guys ready to go for a walk? For a walk? Yeah, let's go for a walk. One of the nice things about being on a dock is that it's a lot easier to take the dogs for walks. I believe it was one of these slips right here. We had 7, the Sea Ray 334. Had it right here for a little bit. There was a big blow coming through out of strong westerly for 2 or 3 days. It was really rough. And that boat, it's kind of hard to be on anchor when it's really rough like that on that boat because it's such a small, light boat. So we got in here. We came over from the Exumas to here because nowhere in the Exumas could we get a Marina, just because we knew the big blow was coming in. Everybody else was doing the same thing. So came over here. Not bad though.
The beach and the amenities at the Cape Eleuthera Marina are pretty nice, although there's not much else around. Mackenzie had already found her happy place. One thing you do have to be concerned about is do not fall into the marina or let your dog fall into the marina. They're full of sharks and even lots of bull sharks.
I mean, that's that bull shark right there. Came in and took it.
Bull sharks are pretty aggressive.
Too much walking, shoes worn thin.
All right, Cape Eleuthera Resort and Marina. It's actually a pretty nice resort. They got a nice gym here. Looking forward to hitting that tomorrow. But they have one restaurant. Well, they do have another bar that opens on the weekends, but it's not the weekend. So, yeah, just the one restaurant around. I rented a car for a few days. We're gonna go run some errands with that, but we're gonna walk. Problem is, like, the restaurant is like right behind us, but we gotta walk all the way around the bay.
Time to take her home, her daisy head is contemplated. Time to take her ride, it leaves today.
We headed over to the restaurant for dinner.
Time to take her home, her daisy head is contemplated. Time to wait too long, to wait too long, to wait too long. Conversation.
If you're enjoying the music I use in these videos, please consider joining the Sailing Doodles Navy. I have to pay for the royalties on this music, and every little bit helps. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We're closing in on 700,000 subscribers.
Conversation.